tear it apart to put the electrical and mechanical in. It's very difficult to do that. But that's something that could go. It goes on top of the building, and it could happen at a later time as PV becomes even more affordable. The thing I would recommend, and both Bob and Dan suggested this, was to grow solar. Is right in White River Junction. It's just up the road, and they'd probably be glad to come down here and talk with you about some of the different programs and
What's the name again, John?
Grow Solar. And I can get you a contact there if you're interested. I don't have that with me tonight. But they're one of the 2 or 3 outfits. Alteris is in Montpelier. In GMP as well, I mean, I know on the residential piece that I'm looking at personally, I'm on GMP as well, and they have a program for residential customers that they actually buy back any excess at a rate higher than what I'm buying the electricity for when I'm using it, because it's a green source. I have no idea how that translates to something that's much more of a commercial application here.
Well,
but it'd be the same size system.
They pay that 6 cents
right.
per kilowatt.
The reality is, though, is that you would never, with that system, ever have any excess.
Right. But and they say solar, the time of year is the summer that it's going to be producing. But
right.
over the course of a year,
that's right. Yeah, there might be days in the summer that you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still producing, so you'd be credited
that's right.
anything that you produced in the summer.
And I was talking with Dan Lewis and saying, oh, that was the other program that he mentioned, was that there are, similar to kind of a cap and trade type of concept, is that there are people out there, businesses or organizations, that need to buy or need to generate renewable resources or whatever it is, and they're looking for a project to invest in, to do. Now, this would be not very big, and I don't know how that would work, and I suggested, though, that, it seems to me that if you're going to do that, you might want to pick someplace like Arizona as opposed to Vermont, because there's more sun. He says, surprisingly, there's a very similar amount of sun available. It's not as much of a difference as you think. So.
But I was asking about the pellets, because if it's a renewable energy, they have these clean renewable energy bonds.
Yeah,
is that what you're talking
about? I
about?
think that and that's another good reason to separate those things out, is that if you want to talk about having grants that are potentially available, I think that something like putting the pellet boilers in is something that's much more grant eligible.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about a component that you can pull out. And now, if you find a grant that reduces that $350,000 cost to $150,000 or something like that, now your payback is tremendous. And as soon as the price of oil goes up substantially, and it jumps to $4 a gallon again, you'll be thinking, wow, we really did the right thing. So I have a hard time recommending you not do that. I'm done, Tim.
John,
if you don't want to schedule the
thank
next
you
meeting.
very much. Excellent
Any final
presentation.
comments by anyone, or any?
Well, just to let you know, Mike Overhost, graciously paid for some voter checklists for us. So if we want to do an analysis of who has voted, if we want to use that to contact people, not that there's contact information, but just who would be our likely candidates as voters if we wanted to try to make an appeal to. So I have those, and those were a donation, so I wanted to acknowledge that, and that might be part of our agenda for the next meeting to decide what we'd like to do in terms.
And if you'd like any of the materials I've got here, let me know. I can get those to you electronically. I can adjust them, tailor them to whatever your presentation needs are.
Okay, so the next meeting. How soon? And let's look over our schedules here. How soon do you want to get together?
So have we already scheduled PTO meetings?
That's what we're gonna. I want to talk that once we're done here. I want to talk about that.
On the 10th, Saxons River has a
PTO.
meeting.
So we are on the agenda for the 10th.
Next
For
week?
the 10th,
Yeah.
next week.
Is that too soon? Jane?
our master of ceremonies hasn't come back since the break.
I know, Puff the Magic Dragon's out there with them, doing those,
That might
anyways.
be a little bit too quick.
Yeah, okay, so what I'll do is, I'll call David tomorrow and just, cancel that and move it into December.
Okay.
But at the next meeting, we're gonna have to come up with some, committees and, get ready to make those presentations. Okay, so people out in TV land, I wanna thank you for watching us today. And, as you see, we have plenty of room. You can come here yourself instead of staying home, being comfortable, having a nice dinner and watching us. You can come here and be with us. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.